Right, MedakaMetal started. Kill Monday, October 24th, 2022. The temperature in Pacifica, 12 miles south of San Francisco, is low is 49, the high is 65 Fahrenheit. So we have to start thinking about the winter seasons. A lot of questions that people are thinking is like, do I keep my Medakas indoors for the winter, or do I leave them outdoors? Right? So it's going to be real short today. Let me take a real quick sip. With a wine in hand, not a beer today. Kanpai chin chin. Oh yeah, Napa Valley Cabernet. All right, bringing in the Medakas indoors, leaving the Medakas outdoors. There's a lot of variables. We will not get into those variables today, but today let's just talk about the lifespan of Medaka. Medaka lifespan. A lot of people say 2 to 3.5 years, 2 to 4 years. Well, not. Well, it depends on how they are kept, right? So, to make things simple, let's try to illustrate something. Let's say a lifespan of a Medaka is 10 miles. So they start from the start line and the finish line is 10 miles. It's all about how you get to the 10-mile point, the finish line. Once you hit the finish line, you're in heaven, right? Tears in heaven, Eric Clapton. But that put aside. So let's say 10 miles is a lifespan, right? How quick you run determines your lifespan. Quicker you are, your lifespan is shorter. Kind of morbid, but that's how it is. So, what causes a Medaka to run really fast? All right. Temperature. When it's warm all the time, you're going to be eating all the time. Metabolism. Metabolism in Japanese is taisha. Taisha metabolism. All right. So, warmer, you continue to eat 12 months out of the year, right? So you're constantly growing, and when the temperature is at least 65 and up, you're constantly spawning, right? So female medakas can produce up to 4,000 eggs in their lifespan. When they spawn. Let me take a real quick sip. When they spawn, they use a lot of energy, right? So not only is it warm, they're constantly moving around, they're constantly eating, they're spawning. The males are, sperm, 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 sperm. You're constantly using up all that energy, right? You're running to the 10-mile finish line. You're like in dash mode. You're running as fast as you can, right? So let me see. Just thought I should show some Medaka since this is about Medaka right here. These guys are like I don't know, 2 to 3 years old, good size. They have the taigaiko from the head to the tail, which is really nice, right? Put them back. I'm just rearranging things, getting things ready for winter, so they could make it through the winters outdoors. All right, so temperature is warm indoors, control climate even without the heater, room temperature, right? The temperature is not going to drop below 50. It's probably going to be in the 60s, right? During the cold seasons and winter seasons, so they're going to be eating. And when the temperature is about 65, they're going to start spawning again. So they're constantly on the run to hit that 10-mile mark, right? Which is the finish line. On the other hand, keeping medakas outdoors. What does that mean in a lot of the regions, right? You have the 4 seasons. You have the summer, which is really hot. And then you have the fall, which cools down. Their metabolism goes down because the temperature gets lower and lower. and then you have the winter seasons, and then you have the spring when it starts warming up. So what do Medakas do during the winter season? They do not hibernate. People keep on saying Medakas hibernate. They don't hibernate like bears. They stop moving. Say eto means like getting through the winter. Getting through the winter. How did they get through the winter? They get through the winter by staying at a lower, not up here, they stay at the bottom of the tank or the container or the pond, and they just don't move because number one, it's cold. They don't want to use up any of the energy, and they stay still. So they're staying still during the winter months when it's cold, especially when it's below 45. At like 45, they'll start moving a little bit, but other than that, they're just going to be chilling, right? Chillaxing. That's what they say. When they chillax, what do? They consume the nutrients from the green water. That's why I use green water. There are nutrients in this green water, right? And not only do they get the nutrients from their mouth, but through their gills and whatnot. They'll find other microorganisms within the water. They'll be fine. Their metabolism goes down. They stop spawning. They rest. So they're not running that 10-mile run as fast as or as quick as the other Medakas that are kept in warmer conditions, but they're chillaxing, right? Chillaxing meaning it's going to take them longer to complete that 10-mile run, meaning that their lifespan will get longer. So hopefully that was just trying to keep it short today. Real quick sip. California. ワインを片手に Hopefully that was a quick and simple way of kind of illustrating like the lifespan is 10 miles. The quicker you finish, the shorter your lifespan. What makes you faster versus what makes you kind of slow down and chillax, There are other benefits when a Medaka goes through the whole 4 seasons. Experience of temperature changes, experiences of slowing down. They grow slower, so it's easier for their skeletons to keep up with their growth. A lot of times when you have Medakas in a warm temperature throughout the year, 12 months out of the year, man, they grow fast and quick, but man, you'll have the bones aren't keeping up with the development, so you'll see a lot of bent backs, deformities. And when it comes to the color, the taigaiko, the growth of the lame, right? It just can't keep up with the speed of the growth. So it's good for them to slow down at times. And what slows them down is the temperature. Lower temperature slows them down. It gives their bones to grow, and it allows them the coloration here, right? These guys have been kept outdoors since they were born, basically. So their body fills. Not all. Again, there's a lot of DNA involved too as well, but like in most cases, it allows the color to develop and grow with together with the growth, I guess, if that makes sense, right? You're not growing so fast where the color just cannot keep up. The taigaiko cannot keep up. The lame to keep up. And most important, again, the most important thing about Medaka, a lot of people just select for the color, but it's the formation, their body shape, their structure. It's all shape, you know. If you can't create Medakas that are properly formed, you have deformed fish. And you don't want to use those deformed fish to produce other offsprings, because that really translates in their DNA. The Mendelssohn, right? If you all the DNA stuff, like yeah, That's one of the traits where it's like if you have deformed fish, it's really hard to bring them back to fishes that are formed properly. Color could come later, right? So that is, I guess, the quick and simple way of explaining their longevity and how the temperature can affect that. And number one, indoors versus outdoors, right? What are the differences? So I live on. Let me wrap this up. Medaka. No, I'm not used to it. Medaka. That's wrong. MedakaMetal. That's where I live on Instagram. DM me with questions. Leave comments on this YouTube comment, and I'll probably start producing like short episodes like this based on the questions that come in, and hopefully it'll be helpful. Again, you can read all the information, but you got to try it. And like right now is a great time to try. If you have a lot of fry that you got from spring, well, if you don't know which ones are going to make it size wise, just try it. Leave some outside, bring some indoors. But today, just want to talk about the lifespan: indoors versus outdoors, controlled climate versus outdoors where you have the four seasons, right? And how it affects their growth, their looks, their conformation, and their longevity, right? So, all right, we'll do it again next time. From Pacifica, California, ワインを片手に、メダカメタルでした。We'll do it again. All right, outs.